Hello, good evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are, whenever it is you are watching this. Welcome to the final review of Samurai Champloo. We've done it. I've done it. We made it all the way to the end of the series. I'm so excited to wrap this up into a nice bow. Got a little some exciting at the end. We'll see how it goes. So I hope everyone is having a good start of the week. Yes, it's Monday. Monday. So I hope everyone's having a good Monday and the rest of the week is awesome. So let's go ahead and get into reviewing the last three episodes of Samurai Champloo. It's a three-parter. I like how they divided that up into it. The title is Evanescent Encounter Part 1. And I did Part 1 as Campfire Stories. Campfire, definitely. There's some in here. Thank you. Hi, Big Ship. Yes. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for stopping by. Yes, exciting. We did it. Did it. All right. So, it starts off in this little house and a guy is I guess he's doing something with the plants. He's watering them and stuff. And a counselor shows up from the shogunate, right? And he's like, the guys are they're running out of time, all right? And the guy that is messing with the plants is Kaira. And the shogunate is telling Kaira they need to stop the meetup that's happening before they eliminate the rebellion. What rebellion? We'll see. Hello, crab feeder. Good evening. Hope you're doing well. Yes. Yeah, so we're starting on episode 24. So Kira is been out of work. He's like an assassin, but he's been out for a while, just taking the easy life. But what happened with the rebellion and I guess the outlier that they need to eliminate is still out there, and they're having a bunch of problems. So he enlists himself. He says, I'm going to go after them. And it turns out he's going after Mugen and Jean. What? So the Shogunite are after Mugen and Jean. Why? I'm not sure yet. We'll find out. And so there's flowers everywhere. I love the fall symbolizing of sunflowers because you had the sunflower seeds with the that one guy that with the crossbow guy. You had it also with the pinwheel. Good evening, Zach. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for stopping by, saying hi. And then here, where he's messing with the plants, there's sunflowers. So there's like a lot of false leads. Like, is this the sunflower man? Is this the sunflower man? This is sunflower. You don't know which one yet. Um, so he's like, I'm gonna go do it. And it cuts to the group at a campfire. They're cooking fish on little sticks, opening up, and Foo's like, on this whole trip, like we've done all of these things, but we've never really asked about each other's past. What happened before we met up, what your life was like, this kind of stuff. So she wants to tell a campfire story and ask them all to tell one thing about their past uh, to reveal it, right? And so, they know her. Her mom was the only one taking care of her. She got ill, sick, and died. She's upset because she feels like her father abandoned them. So she's got a chip on her shoulder. She wants, um, because her mom died. So she wants a little bit of revenge in a way, I guess. Um, and then Mugen, his opening was that he got mad at somebody and he killed them. Just a random guy. And they're like, okay, thank you, Mugen, for that. Gene opens up about how he was an orphan at a young age and he was given to this local dojo, and the dojo leader took him on as like an underling, a little Padawan, his sensei kind of thing, and trained him up. And he was feeling like he could give him like successor. That's the word, successor. He wanted to have Jin be the successor of the dojo. But it turns out that uh, the dojo leader wanted to make the students be more rough and tumbled assassins type of thing instead of the Buddhist kind of self defense situation that they like to do. What? Don't want to alarm me? Why? And don't look. I already know. Right there. Yep, that's the other half. He's chilling out. He's my bodyguard tonight. Fu had two. I just have the main squeeze here. So, yes. Thank you for sidetracking me. No. Now if I feel like if I close my eyes, you might do that. So, keeping the peace. Yeah, bodyguard. You always have to have a bodyguard in life, definitely as a woman. So, the dojo master wanted to go more of a violent route and um, attacked him kind of situation, and he had to leave, and he's just like trying to figure out what's going on because he devoted his life to the martial arts. Like he cared so much about that. He didn't care about developing too much companionship or friendship with anybody. He did have a close relationship with one of them, and eventually he did have to kill them in episode prior. Sorry about that. So that was the end of the campfire story. Fu's like, oh, thank you so much for that. Um, so let's see where we're at. Da da da. Yeah, okay. Okay, so yeah, at the end of that, what's going on? Um, Fu goes over to the river and she's kind of like looking, and Jean comes up. He's like, "Are you crying?" She's like, "No, just a little bit too much." And he asks her like, "When you find your dad, what are you going to do?" And she just starts bawling because she really doesn't know in a way what she wants to do. And then it cuts to, oh God, I called them okay, okay, they remind me of the X-Men because there's one in a wheelchair. The other one's like all wild and crazy. And the other one has like a scythe situation. So, I'm going to call them the X-Assassins, these three guys. And so it's morning and they're at the campsite where the trio were at and they have left. And so they are searching for them. They're assassins. They're not related to the Shogunite. They have a different reason why they're going after them. It's apparently Mugen. They're hunting. And there's a local that comes by and they ask if they'd seen anybody. And the local was grumpy and told no. And then he got beheaded. That was amazing. Like, so the scythe came out in like a big chain situation. So he threw it like a fishing line. It fell and then he pulled it back and the scythe came right through. Pretty awesome. And then you have the scene of like the locals in the way of he sees it. So he's just like I'm just trees, and then he blacks out because he's dead. He can't do anything without a head. Um, so it's back to the trio. They're traveling. They make it to a town and go right to a food place. They have to eat. That is what Watanabe loves to do, is to break parts up with relief of food, comfort food. And finally, they reach the docks to go over to the island where her father, Seizo Kasumi, is. And she's like, "Oh my goodness, guys, we never got any souvenirs. Like out of this whole time, this whole trip, she brings up souvenirs, like just so random. She's like, I have this money in an envelope. Can you guys go and get the souvenirs? I'll be right here." And I already knew. I already called it then. I was like, I was like, girl's gonna ditch them so bad. Shink, yeah. Why is that a bad thing? The beheading, shink. So, let's see where we're at. So the guys go off and they're walking off and they're like, okay, so what's going on here? And they are trying to buy something. They open up the envelope and it's a letter. And Fu wrote them a letter, like a little Dear Jane letter. Like, thank you guys so much for coming along with me. Like, you guys gave me the courage to get through this trip. And I don't know what I would do without you guys, but I realized during the campfire stories that I needed to do this alone. I needed to be strong myself, and conquer this beast, this challenge, this dragon myself, right? So she gets on the boat and leaves, and the ex-assassins, they make it to the tavern. Like, I don't know, like the one has like really good sense or something, the crazy guy. And so he's like sniffing. Oh, I really don't know how he makes the connections, but he does. So he sniffed him out to the cafe place, and the owner squeals, and then they kill him because he was gonna uh go tattle, right? So yeah, it's a great show. Good evening, Efren. Thank you for stopping by. It's wonderful. I finally made it through. We're talking about the last three episodes of Samurai Champloo, and I'm just rambling on about the whole episode. So hope you don't mind. So yeah, oh my god, how does this happen? So Fu is at the dock and she runs into the man, Kira. And he's like, you need to go, basically tells her, you need to go. Um, so she makes it to the island, and none of the locals want anything to do with her. She keeps rambling on about this sunflower man, and they're like, don't mention his name. We want nothing to do with you. And so she almost is like, what am I gonna do? And this little boy comes up to her, and then the mom comes and, come here. And then she, asks about the guy, what she's doing here. And she's like, I want to talk to Saizo. And she's like, well, go up to the mountain. You only have a little bit of time left before. She's like, okay, cool. She so starts running. And so by then it cuts to Jean and Mugen, and they walk up to the dock, and Fu is Foo's gone already. She's left them in the wind of the current. Hello. Good to see you, Cinevere's fish. Thank you for stopping by. Hello, Deanna. I love you. Hope you're doing well. All right. So, mystery man is Kira, right? And so he tells them that, the best thing for to happen with you guys is if I kill you guys. So they start off their fight, and then Fu gets stopped in a field of sunflowers, and it's the ex-assassins that are there, and they're like, we caught you, we're gonna kill you, blah blah blah, but we want to play with our food. They want to use her as bait. So it cuts to where the mystery man, admits that they used the trio to get to Saizo Kasumi, the rebellion leader. He was a part of the rebellion and they want to get rid of him, eliminate all of the people that were associated with it. So that is why the shogunate was after them. And then the assassins are after them because in prior episodes, Mugen and his baddie best friend from his island of exiles raided a boat and it killed the people, and him and his brother and his dad were on it, and they got maimed and blamed. They got maimed and blamed, and now they have a score to settle. All right, so that is the end of episode 24, Evanescent Encounter Part 1. So we're working on episode 25, which I titled Three Destinies Collide. Because it's everything going on, everything that's been happening to these three people have coalesced now. And we are finally getting the full details of what's happened in their past. Um, a little bit of glimpse into that. Oh, hello. Hello, Blas. Break it. We'll look at that in a minute. I'm almost done. I'm on episode 20. I know. I was worried. I wasn't even going to start the stream till he showed up. So thank God now I can live. Okay. Three Destiny Collides. It recaps. It starts off with a recap of Fu's letter to the boys, her telling them that she really appreciates everything that they've done for her, but now she's got to put on her big girl pants and do everything herself. And then also the face off with Kiara, and then also Fu being attacked by the ex-assassins. The X-Men assassins. I know. That's right. You're true. Heartbreak Kid. Love it. So it starts off with Mugen fighting Kiara. And Kiara is telling him like his technique, I can see what you're doing. You have really random movements, chaotic fighting style, but it makes your technique limited, right? So he reveals that he can figure out how to beat Bestum. And he does. He hits Mugen, and Mugen falls into the water. Very upsetting. And then he faces off with Jean, and Jean gives him a little bit of tea. He finally tells him what Jean has been questioning this whole time. Like, why did the dojo leader want to do this? Why did he attack me? What's going on behind everything? And it turns out that Kiara was behind it. He had pushed um I did. I'm sorry. I'm not good with these names, boss. But yes, apparently I did get to that fight. Oh my gosh. So, he mentions his martial artist skills. He's like, I can't wait to see your technique, blah, blah, blah. And so he was behind pushing the dojo leader to make his pupils assassins. He also pushed the dojo leader to kill Jean because he noticed that Jean was a threat. He was questioning the status quo. He was swaying the dojo leader. And so Kiara was like, I wanted to take you out, but now I get to take you out personally, right? And so they fight, and it's pretty awesome. It's a pretty awesome fight that they have. And of course, he, Kiara's like, you are really good, but you can't beat me. Like, you cannot do it. Um, and so he ends up, uh, da, 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 that. But it skips to Fu being chased through the sunflowers, right? Sunflowers again, everywhere. Um, and they cut the sunflowers down. They behead it because he had this little scythe chain thing, right? And so Crazy Eyes, Crazy Sniffer, he goes back to the mainland and tells Mugen and Jean that they got Fu, you need to come, like one of you guys, right? And so Mugen goes, but it's a trap because Crazy Sniffer's on the boat and is like, I can't stop myself. I really need to attack you. That kind of situation. And so Crazy Sniffer dies on the boat and Mugen makes it to the island, right? Jean stays behind and it's, yeah, I already went into that. I already talked about that. Oh, yeah, so the boat capsizes. That's what happens. Um, yes. Ooh. Sunflowers are the most emblematic symbol throughout the series, and the final reveal is something else. Yes, that's what I was saying before you got here, is that they had just little hints of sunflowers and but like also false leads because the guy with the crossbow had sunflower seeds, so you're like, hmm. And then Kiara, he was at his house and there was sunflowers. Like, So, anyways, back to the story. Back to it. So this is how he beats Crazy Sniffer. The boat capsizes and they go down in the water and then he's like, kills him. Right? Yay. Yeah. So what I said, the fighting, because Jean and Kiara's technique is almost the same, because he taught the dojo master and the dojo master taught Gene, right? And so he's mentioning, he's like, you can't best me. I'm the like main dog. I'm the goat. I'm the one who came up with all of this, right? So he makes one last move and it cuts to that. You're like, oh my gosh, what happened? Somebody got cut. Somebody got cut. Um, yeah, and so Fu is being beaten up on the island at a church. I think she's tied to the cross. And so Mugen shows up and Fu's like, oh my gosh. And she's like, I can't believe it. And so the big reveal is that the ex-assassins are from the boat that I had said earlier that Mugen and his best baddie had taken down. Um, so he exchanges himself for the release of Fu. He's like, you guys want me. That's all right. Get the girl out of it. So, yeah. Let's see if you can see it. Knock it off. You knock it off. Hello, Jacob. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Oh my goodness, we made it. We did it. I really appreciate everybody who tuned in and watched any or all of these episodes. You must love torture. It's giving you. Oh, thank you. Giving your guess declined. I have no ideas what that means. Okay. So she runs first. She's like, she doesn't want to. She's crying. All of that good stuff, right? And he's like, no, just go, blah, blah, blah. So she runs off and she runs off to the cliff and Kira comes behind us. And well, I'm part of the clientele, Blas. So what are you saying? What are you saying? Um, Hold on here. Okay, hold on. So Mugen fights them, and Gene was hurt. He was sliced open, and he fell into the water. And you don't know really what happened, but Kiara, gets on the boat to make it to the island, right? And so Fu's running like mad, and she finally gets to the house where Seizo Kasumi lives. And that is dun dun dun. The end of episode 25. Three destinies collide. Am I? I don't think I am. I would have to have connections, and I don't have any of those, nor do I have access to any of that sort of thing. Oh, wait, the last episode, guys. And then I get to talk about who my favorite character is, which character I simp for. And then I also have like this little interesting personality quiz we can take. So we'll see how that goes. All right, episode 26, Evanescent Encounter Part 3, which I called the opening. The opening. Why? Why would you call it that? So recap. It recaps the prior episode. I like how he does that. It's like almost like cinematic kind of thing. All right. So it recap poor Mugen is being tortured and beaten. Um and it is uh Fu is there at the house, and an old man approaches Fu, and she's like, I'm looking for Saizo Kasumi. And at first he's like, no one lives here. But he noticed her like sadness and determination. Um, so he's like, okay, you just wait here. I feel like you're important. And it goes back to the ex assassin and Mugen. And I laugh because it's almost like a Bond kind of feel going on, because Scythe guy is just talking way too much. He's blabbing about how upset he is, and like how much Mugen has ruined his life and all of this stuff. And so it gives a Mugen an opening, right, to fight back in a sense. But it is a rough fight for sure. Um so yeah, Mugen scolds him, and it turns out we go back to Fu. It's like going back and forth between these two. Um and so he opens the door. Well, at first the old guy goes and talks to Saizo. He's like, there's a girl here wants to talk to you. Saizo's like, well, let her in if she came such a far way. So he opens the door, and Fu is confronted with her past and her future all at once. Just everything that she had been worried, feared, stressed, hoped for was right there on a bed on the floor, dying and sick, just about to go out. Just like no fight. He was just laid up, right? And he can't see anything. So he doesn't see her. He just hears her voice. And so she confronts him, um, just about her past, her life. I had my mom. We were alone. My mom got sick and died, and my father left us, that kind of stuff. And so she's like, I can't hurt you. Like, you're dying, and this is not really in my moral code to kill a dying man. She's like pissed about that. So she leaves, and as she's leaving, Kiara, the assassin, is walking up to them, and he pushes them aside, and he goes in there. Oh, but Saize did like apologize to her about their life, why he had to leave and he always thought of her, blah, blah, blah. And so Kiara kills Saizo Kasumi. He died just like that. Just as he entered the episode, he left. It was very lackluster. It was kind of like a disappointing feel because, he was known as like the best swordsman samurai, but really like he was worthless at the end. He had no so you couldn't see you couldn't really see like his fighting style and his potential, him at his peak. It's just him at his weak. I do. I am gonna have lo mein after this, Sax, and I'm just gonna pull him out. Yes, it is a bittersweet ending. Um she got to meet her father. She got to confront him, but just not in the way that she would have. Like she brought death to him. So inspired there. Just I did not. Ah, yeah, yeah. You guys are too much. And you simp for all the Asian male character cues in life. I do. Oh my gosh. And fully prepared. What? Fully prepared. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Yeah. So, and he's like, yeah, but I have to finish my job. Kiara says, I have to finish my job and kill everybody from his line. And so he wants to kill Fu. And Fu runs to the cliff and he makes a joke offhand, like, you chose a really good place to die. But guess who shows up right at the end? Shirt torn. Like I had changed. I was simping for somebody in this episode, and that scene changed me. So it's Jean. Jean shows up all ragged and beat up. His shirt torn, everything like that, but determination in his face. And there's like a back scene where he's talking to the dojo master, and the dojo master is telling him about this secret technique that would ensure that his opponent would be killed, but also that more than likely Gene would die also. So you would need to do it in a last ditch measure, to eliminate the foe. And it's called the opening, where you leave in your technique, you leave an opening enough for the opponent to attack you. And when he attacks you, fatally, you retaliate at the same time. So it's like a double kill. So he's prepared. He's the crane technique. Crane. He's prepared. He knows that he would most likely will die, and he's dying for the right reason for Fu. Because even though he had a hard time with relationships and friendships in the past, he has a strong connection to Fu and Mugen, and he's done it before, laid his life down to protect them. You can do that in Vegas if you want, boss. Alrighty, so they fight. And then it goes to Mugen and the assassin, and they are tearing up. I mean, the church is dilapidated as it is, okay? It's not in the best condition. Um, but they are literally breaking the church down, and it literally falls down on them. And they end up making it to the beach, and Mugen somehow, I don't know what he does, but he ends up getting the scythe guy to behead himself. It's just like a really intense battle going on. And he finally won, but the dad, Xavier, and the because he's wheelchair bound, so that's why I'm calling him the Xavier, the ex assassins. So, anyways, Mugen gets shot by the dad, right? So blood coming out of Mugen's stomach, and then it switches over to Jean, Fu, and Kiara, him and them fighting, and they're going at it, and Jean does the opening move, the crane, leaves an opening, and Kiara stabs him in the back, and as he does it, Jean has the sword to where it right into him, and he goes down. And then they end up And then Mugen ends up blowing up the cliffside, the mountainside that they're on. And they should all end up back together. Fu, Mugen, and Jean. They're on the beach, and Mugen asks Fu, "Did you meet your dad?" And she's like, "Yes, I finally did. I met it." And what if I react to anime? Maybe I could. Oh my god. Or you could do Jello, as in the ugly truth. So back to this. We're right at the end, guys. And so these two guys get up and they're like, finally, we can fight each other. So they go to fight on the beach, and Fu's like, what? Like, are you serious? And as they collide their swords, the swords break on them as if destiny is saying, not today, not ever. So they end up passing out. And so when they pass out, um, the caretaker is explaining to Fu about her father's past, how he was on the run because of their rebellion and he didn't want to take mommy and baby with him. He felt like that would give them not a good future, so he felt like they'd be better off without him. And then Mugen and Jean, they wake up in a storeroom and they have a little endearing moment between each other. And it's basically like they don't, is what Mugen says is, I don't care to fight you anymore, right? So they realize that like they're family in a way, they're bonded. And so they're like, no, I don't want to kill you anymore. Like I found like I wanted to take out the best opponent, the best challenger, and I finally found him, right? But it's not even worth it anymore. So finally the trio, they're on a three-way fork in the road and they finally say goodbye. But not before Fu reveals her little secret that started this whole thing, this whole uh, I wanted to say triage, but this whole journey from the beginning to the end. And it said that when she tossed the coin, she said it was one. She said it was heads, but it was actually tails. She had prevented them from fighting to the death, right? In the beginning. You're too much. Never give him a gift card. Nor does he take AE gift cards. He hates that. So don't ever give him one of those. So we did it. We made it to the end. Bravo, bravo, bravo. Oh my gosh. Thank you all. Thank you all. I will look into the whole reacting to anime maybe. Redeem now. I do need to redeem I have $25 gift card. pizza time. Pizza time is on Sunday. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. I have something cute. They were chasing someone that didn't even exist. Yeah, I guess that is the big irony. Yay. Congratulations. Yep. Post some fun. Oh, you got me copyrighted last time. You were the copyright king. You're so lucky. Okay, so my favorite episodes were episode 4. That reason is because when she was used as the dice roller for the game to find out who was going to die, it was so cool how she did it. Like she was like down to business, and so she like shucked off one side of her kimono, and all you had was like the bare piece, and she's like, "Let's go." And then the way she threw the dice, she had it like this, and she threw the dice and it bounced off everywhere and it just landed perfectly right in front of her. That was just so cool. I liked that one. Episode 15, which is Bogus Booty. That was pretty cool. So they were involved in a counterfeiting ring, and there was a undercover sexy lady that Mugen was into. So she used him to get to take out the ring, counterfeiting ring, which was hilarious. And then episode 18, which is War of the Words, and I loved it because of the teacher. Just it's hilarious. I think that was the one I laughed at is the most. That's not proper grammar. I need to teach you. And he knew exactly what, like the best teacher, because he knew what buttons to push with Mugen. He knew how to get into his head to get him to admit and commit to learning how to write and read. So that was really cool. That's my favorite episodes. So my favorite character, I will get the link in just a minute. My favorite character is Fu, of course. Little choppies, can't you tell? Um, she's just trying to heal wounds and to grow and overcome the tragedies of her past. And when she runs into Jean and Mugen, she sees their tragedies. Like she can see it. She sees in her in them what she has in her, right? The underlying sadness and the unresolved past. And she's caring and she's compassionate, driven to a fault. She will lie, like not in a malicious way, but she will lie to protect, like in the thief episode. Mugen and Jean were looking for them to get the money back, and they would have killed him. And she was protecting him, but ultimately he did. He did die, which was sad. Which was really sad. Who I simp for um is Mugen. But in a way both. Are you really surprised? Um so Mugen he's like this is going to be embarrassing to say, but he's like me in a way. He's very like I'm chaotic, I'm passionate. I just so much change I'm okay with. Don't want to be told what to do. Don't tell me what to do. And if you do, I'll probably end up doing the opposite. I don't like being tested. Um, I guess in a way, I mean, I will admit if I'm wrong. Yeah, so I know. That's what I was saying in my head the whole time. I'm like, sunflower, you can't smell sunflowers, not unless you bake them, but then it has just, yeah. Yes, I watched some episodes of Cowboy Bebop. I have. Um, so yeah, so passionate but flaky, just hot then cold. The romance would just be so intense, right? But it would fizzle out just as fast as it had exploded, right? So, um, Mugen and I would not last. We would not last. Um, so, but Gene, why I like Gene, right? He is the worthy one. He's loyal. Um, he's determined. He is cool tempered and balanced, but he is in a way like awkward with social skills, because it does like tend to piss the other two off how he reacts to what they're saying and doing. But when he loves, like with the girl that sold herself as a geisha, he loves hard, like and fully. Like he will commit himself. And that is like probably the most um that's probably the best part really of it. All right, yeah. So let's check out the link that um Bloss sent me so I can get copyrighted. And then we are going to do the quiz to find out um which character I am. Cuz uh I say I'm Mugen in a way, but could I be somebody else? Where's the link? Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna remove. Ah, I'm here. I'm here. Yeah, we should do. I'm gonna take a break because we have to do Blood Meridian, but we will look into Cowboy Bebop. I will check it out. I'm gonna do Kaiju number 8, guys, but it's going to be the manga. I can't get my hands on the digital because I'm too much of a cheapskate, but I will. I'm gonna do the manga. I can get access to the manga. I can get 2 right away. So, yay. So Buffalo Bill, what is this? Dance. Okay. Here we go, guys. A Bloss special. Copyrighted. Love. Makeup, guys. What are you doing? Oh my God. What do you think, Bloss? Thank you, Bloss. Bad boy. He's getting ready and putting lipstick on. Okay, we can get the dance scene here. Here we go. The dog. That looks like Chippy's dog. Ay, ay, ay. My life. Okay. Let's get the quiz. Let's do the quiz, guys. Let's do the quiz and find out who I am. Who am I? Where was I? Where did I come from? And where am I going to go? All right. Here we are. from weebquiz.com. Thank you so much, Weeb Quiz. Can you guys see this pretty well? I should make it a little bit bigger. Mm, do, 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 do. Hmm. I know there's a button. Uh, I have seen The Silence of the Lambs, but it's been such a long time. And most of the time it was on TV and it was cut up a lot. Can you guys see this at all? I don't know how to zoom. There we go. I'm an idiot. Okay. Yay. No more blondness. Samurai quiz. Samurai shampoo quiz. Which character are you? Everyone in the anime is in search of the sunflower samurai, and it's not going to be easy. Do you want to join the characters? If yes, your answer, then the answer is 99% accurate. Okay. Um, is a test accurate? No doubt about this. The 20 questions in the Samurai Champloo trivia are made by the experts who have watched Samurai Champloo several times. They have designed these questions, which would determine what Samurai Champloo character you are. All right, let's get it started. Let's do it. The sunflowers. Okay, here we go. Oh, okay. Thank you, ad. That was an intestine ad. That wasn't great. My fighting style is I never fought. I've never fought. Have you ever punched anyone? Um I wish to, but I can't. Alrighty. What's your favorite genre in animes? Scene, Jose. What? You can tell I'm not an anime person. Um, I'm gonna go with Sojo. Are you a fan of animes? Mm, have you ever tried a kimono? Oh, actually, I have had a Chinese dress, but not a kimono. Nor do I have money for it because they are very expensive. Actually, that's a lie. I did wear one. I was my husband dressed up as Wolverine and I was the girl, the girlfriend from the one movie. Yeah, it was great. Anyways, have you ever saved someone's life? Have I ever saved one? Not yet. Have you ever been to Japan? No. You know what? I don't like this quiz. What can be your samurai rank? I have no idea. Yeah, this quiz is not as fun because it's just like, of course, this is very generic. Okay, there's a different one that I want to do. All right, very generic. Oh my God, an ad with old people. Yes, it was the weeb quiz, but it's just so generic. So generic. I like randomness, I like chaoticness. All right. This one is from uquiz.com. It says, answer some questions and I will tell you which character from the Samurai Champloo you remind me of. I think this will be good. If I can get past the ads. All right, many items here. Choose what calls to you. Clocks, flowers, photos, phones, dino tours, books. I like books. Question 2. Hi there. Hello. If I dare you to answer yes to the next 3 questions, but you can't do it. You can't make me do anything. Have you ever worn the same underwear 4 days in a row? Oh my. I never accepted your dare. I don't wear underwear. Did you lie in the last question? Uh, I told I told you I'd never participate in your dare. Okay. Would you betray a friend for $1,000,000? No, I would not. I would not do a dangerous liaison. Choose a color. Ooh, I like the forest green already. Still do forest green. Even though pink. Mm. Hip hop beats play a big part in Samurai Champloo. Choose from some of my favorite bars. I'm done with the sensitive talking it personal. Done with the black and white, the wrong and the right. You hoping for change and clericals. I know the feelings that came from the burial cries. Ego tripping. I got one. You got one. And now we equal. Sometimes we make it. You trip out. No, you don't understand, man. Universal law. What you throw out comes back at you. Yeah. We'll do that one with Lauren Hill. That was a long question. Okay, cute baby animals. Go ahead and pick one. Oh, the fox. Already. Oh, the coca. Oh, I'm divided. I love the fox. I love green. Okay, now a few random questions. Just answer instinctively without much thinking. Smart, sharp, smooth, or dull? Dull. Mind, heart, spirit, heart. Heart over mind. Leaf, blade, or thorn? Leaf. Seek, protect, or serve? Seek. Last one. Comfort, or advise, or impress? Comfort. Oh my gosh. Hopefully I got close. Bitch, you better be close. Here we go. Who am I? I'm Jean. This calm and collected guy under the most dire circumstances as he leads both Fu and Mugen to confide in him. Jean is a good friend. He has a stoic demeanor that can irritate his companions since he responds to shit with sighs or grunts. This bitch has no energy for anything but fights. He seems genuinely saddened when the three part ways. Yes, he does. Although the two annoy him the most of the time, he's willing to take on an extremely deadly opponent alone in order to allow them to escape. Um, that's cool. Yeah, I thought I would be Mugen. So that is it. So apparently I'm like Jean. Hello, Nick. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for stopping. Bye. Wrong answer on the baby animal. Which one? Was it the marmoset? So turbans are sigma. Uh green is not a creative color. Oh gosh. Uh worth more yes, the vending machines. That's why I said that because that's very old known. That you put the underwear in the vending machines and other people come along to sniff them. I would want a good cut of that. If I'm going to be wearing underwear for 4 days straight, I want a good amount of money. All right, awesome, guys. Which one did you want me to do? I'm only doing one more bloss. So, is it the green is not creative or um let's end this. But yeah, thank you everyone so much for hanging out, tuning in and listening to me drivel on about a anime series from 2004. I'm pretty sure it was. So, thank you very, very much. Uh, ooga booga, ooga booga. Oh, okay. Hold on. Okay. We're going to play this one and then we are going to go. You're going to copyright me again, Bloss? Oh my goodness. It's all made out of fabric. That's cool.
What's your favorite idea?
Night,
Mine is being creative.
How do you get that idea?
I just tried to think creatively. Now when you look at this orange, tell me please, what do you see?
It's just a boring old orange.
Maybe to you, but not to me.
Not
I
to
see a
me.
silly face,
Whoa!
walking along and smiling at me.
This is really
I don't see what you mean.
Cause you're not thinking creatively. So take a look at my hair.
Cool.
I use my hair
Cool.
to express myself.
That sounds really boring.
I use my hair to express myself. Now,
My
when
hair
you stare at the
express
clouds in the sky,
myself.
don't you find it exciting?
No.
No.
Come on, take another
Oh
look.
wait, I can see a hat. I can see a cat. I can see a man with a baseball bat. I can see a dog. I can see a frog. I can see a ladder leaning on a log.
Think you're getting the hang of it now, using your minds to have a good time.
I might paint a picture of a clown.
Whoa there, friend, you might need to slow down.
If I can just slow down. Don't be that creative.
Here's another good tip
Yeah?
of how to be a creative whiz kid. Go and collect some leaves and sticks and arrange them into your favorite color.
What?
Green.
Green is not a creative color. There's one more thing that you need to know before you let your creativity flow. Listen to your heart, listen to the rain, listen to the
Listen to your
voices in your
heart,
brain.
listen to your
Come on,
rain.
guys, let's get creative.
Aw.
Get creative.
You redeemed yourself. Bursting open these seats and acid tripping out too. Oh, sweet. Here it comes, yeah.
Now let's all
Teacher.
agree to never be creative again.
To never be creative again. Oh, that's cool. Yay. We did it. Yeah, so I look forward to reading Blood Meridian. I will do like a review of it. I guess I'll like stream it when I'm done and talk about it. Let's never be creative again. Night. Good night. Um, yeah, so that is sweet. Thank you guys so much. I will see you on Sunday next week for our celebration stream. Food, creative, craziness, creativity. We will see if that happens that night. I got a couple things to react to and some guests. We got Zach's. Then I have a little special guest I don't want to say yet. Um, but yeah, she's awesome. That's about all I got. I'm excited for what's going on. I can't believe it. I did it. I'm done. So, um, yeah, until next time, guys, lovelies.